Hey, Matthews family.
Hi.
Awesome. Good to see you.
Hi.
Thanks for doing this, man. Appreciate it. Chola, one of the best Mexican restaurants in this city. So I want to take you in to get some authentic Mexican food. Cool?
Yeah, perfect.
Awesome. Let's do it. Well, do you want to be a chef?
No, not me, her.
Igualmente.
I hope it be close to your flavor or something like
It looks
something
like
close.
you have the same ingredients, so that's
Yes,
good. That's
yes.
No matter what, I have to say hers is better.
You know what? That's the most important in this small space, to bring Mexico to Toronto.
Thank you for breaking some bread with me here at Chola. Your family and your culture, food, how important is it for you?
Oh, obviously it's very important because I'm Mexican. I like to cook Mexican. That's all what I know. So this is great.
Your memories as a kid around kind of the dinner table? And
Yeah, some good memories. I think more so when we'd go visit her family and her parents down in Mexico, just the spread that they'd have, it's it's always fun. Everybody was always looking forward to dinner time and eating. I don't remember having a bad dinner, so always plenty of food to go around.
in your family back home, now that one of the biggest stars in the game is playing the sport, are they starting to come along and
Oh,
watch?
totally. All of them are, and they start learning the sport as well, and they watch it all the time. And I have understood that in Hermosillo, where I'm from, they have bars showing hockey now, thanks to my son. Obviously, we knew that was a sport, but we didn't even pay attention to it because for us was kind of a silly sport. What are they doing? But once when we got married, my husband and I, we live in Los Angeles, and LA Kings there is the team over there. So my husband used to watch hockey all the time, and he was trying to always call me to watch it, and I was like, I don't understand the sport. So I didn't care for it until my son started playing, obviously, and I started learning it, so it was easier for me.
How's your hockey knowledge now?
It's better.
Yeah, a little bit better.
I didn't even know what it was, an offside, now I know.
Yeah, might still need some work, but I'm sure it's come a long way.
Now there's a Latin website for the NHL. They're celebrating the heritage for a month. I mean, a lot of that is due to you. How does that make you feel?
I think it's amazing. I think it, just like anything, always room for improvement and growth. But it's always a treat going back and playing in Phoenix and seeing all my family that from her side and coming up from Mexico and from different parts of kind of that southwest area that they all live in, and it's always nice seeing them.
What do we have here?
Horchatas.
The best Mexican drink.
I know.
Why?
Looks like a milkshake.
I was gonna say,
Like a Mexican.
I thought a margarita was the best Mexican drink.
Well, margarita with tequila. This
Yes.
is not
This is
alcohol.
a soft drink, and a basilic is made with rice, milk, and cinnamon.
Rice, milk, and
Cinnamon.
in a drink.
Yes,
Okay.
and it's very popular around Mexico,
Yes.
and everybody loves it.
You co-sign this?
Yeah. A little sugary, so I'll just have one, but I think it's great. I love them.
I know.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah.
You've always fascinated me because your upbringing is different than a traditional hockey player. Your goal celebrations, your passion, how much of that is due to your upbringing and the Mexican heritage that you have?
I think a lot of it. I think both my mom and dad. Just want to kind of just preach to be yourself every day. Be humble, but obviously have fun with what you do. And they always told me, and they tell me the same thing today. If you wanted to quit hockey today and be a chess player, I was like, all right, relax. I probably wouldn't do that. But if you wanted to quit hockey and do something else, we'd support you. It's not us that's playing it. You gotta want to do it. You have to be passionate about it. And that's kind of their mindset for me was if you want to do something, then let's do it. Give your all. And
That's nice to say, but you showed it with your actions, working multiple jobs so he could play on a travel team, all for a sport that you really didn't have a connection with. Why was that so important?
It was important because that's what my son wanted. it's not what I wanted, you know. And I was here like we all do, family, you know. That's what you want. Okay, we're gonna support you and give you 100%. But he had to do the 100% too. You know, it was not just us. So I think this is a team, a family team, like our culture. You know, we all work as a team, family first. So.
Did you have your times where you're sitting in a cold arena thinking to yourself, what am I doing? I never envisioned my life would play out this way.
No, actually, in Arizona, we always look forward to go to the cold arena. So for me, it was okay. I have a little bit of a break of the heat.
What was it like for you having a non-traditional hockey parent?
It's great. I mean, like, even before I played here, I'd come and skate, and like you see, like the parents are like almost so hard on their kids, and like they're just like all over them. And I mean, my mom was just kind of there, like supporting me. Thank you.
Well, as a mom, you're always afraid of your kids for anything. You know, if they're gonna fall down and whatever, if they're playing, if they get hurt.
I mean, that's the only time she would scream while I was playing when guys would hit me.
Not when you score?
No, yeah, but I'm going there, that's right. But obviously, yes, you know, you get upset when somebody comes and hit your boy. But I have to learn that was part of the game. So it was hard, it's still hard for me. That's one of the parts that's still hard for me.
What do we have here?
This is the job we make here.
Okay.
Okay.
What
You have all the ingredients here, and we want to put it there.
Thank you.
This looks delicious. Gracias.
De nada.
Is this your favorite Mexican dish, Austin?
Yeah, probably.
He asked for it a lot.
I asked for it a lot, yeah.
Why? What makes it so good?
I don't know.
And makes-
Everything.
I
I like
think-
soup.
And it's
I'm a big
good.
taco guy too.
Yes. Oh, you eat everything.
You would make this for his teammates?
I have done that, yes.
Yeah, in Switzerland.
Yes. In Switzerland, he did it for his teammates, for the whole team. And they all liked it, and they all were asking for the recipes, the wives and all of them, so it was kind of nice.
Did you actually give the recipe?
Oh, not exactly,
Right.
because I have to leave something for me.
Yeah. Your hockey story, to me, is also interesting because you're playing for your family and your team, but also there's so many young kids looking up to you, specifically kids of Latin descent who naturally wouldn't have had an introduction to the sport. Have you noticed that? Is it something that you've kind of seen around you happen?
A little bit. I mean, I notice it a lot when I go home and start skating in Arizona. Obviously, I mean, there's all these kids at the rink and just getting stopped and stuff, but it's pretty humbling to, you know, kind of be somebody that, you know, that anybody would look up to, but especially, you know, selfishly for myself, the whole Hispanic side of it in the Southwest region of the States. You know, it's pretty sweet.
How far do you think it could go? Do you see preseason games in Mexico, a Mexican-born player, a franchise in the future? What do you think could happen by the time you're done playing?
I mean, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but it'd be awesome to, you know, see a preseason game or something there. I mean, you see, you know, we go over to China, obviously, which is great, and it helps grow the game. And, you know, I think it'd be amazing to see a preseason game in Mexico. And, you know, I think it kind of open a lot of eyes and, you know, for people there and kind of open their eyes to see the game live and in person. And I think kind of help to grow the game even more.
What would something like that mean to you?
Oh my gosh, can you imagine? Oh, that would be
rough.
great. That would be great. Obviously, you know, it would be the proudest moment for me because I would say, well, my kid started there, you know, so. And I hope, I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will.
See, full Mexican experience.
Yes, it's real Mexican.
Yeah.
I don't know how you play hockey after eating this food all the time.
I can't eat it before
I would
games.
just be asleep. Might have to add this to your repertoire.
Yeah, I know. I have to ask her for the recipe because it's really good.
What would you say to the parents of Latin heritage that maybe they have a kid that wants to get into hockey, but the parents are a bit unsure? What message would you give them?
Actually, they have come to me a lot of my friends, Mexicans. You know, any that I see that they know me, that they know that I'm Mexican, they come and said, you know, oh, my son wants to play hockey, but, you know, and I said, you know, just let it try. Always let them try. As this is a sport that they keep them really busy, and once they get into it, they love it. So just try it, and believe me, your kid is gonna love it.
People talk about immigration and politically, and you know, the highest person in the land in the U.S. has talked about people not necessarily bringing positive things from Mexico. How important is it for you to show the other side of that you can enrich a country with what you've brought?
I grew up in the States, so it was kind of just normal for me, but I know for her, like, she grew up in Mexico and then, started working, and then, obviously met my dad, and so it's everybody's kind of situation's a little bit different, but I guess it's one of many examples of kind of a good situation. I mean, I'm proud of where I come from. I'm proud of my background and who my family is. So it's definitely definitely something I carry with a lot of pride.
I'm proud of your mom.
Of course. I know she's proud of me too. So.
Well, it's a Mexican story. It's an American story. It's a family story. Now playing here, it's a Canadian story.
It's got everything.
It's a hockey story.
It's perfect.
And it's an amazing one. Thank you for sharing it with me. Or gracias.
Yeah. Did not.
Gracias a ti.
Thank you very much for always being welcome, Emma.
Thank you.
My son is going to turn 16 tomorrow, and he don't know. He's a hockey fan of Maple Leafs and you, Austin, and if you can sign the jersey for him, and
the food's free if you sign.
Least I could do.
Yeah.